here, once again, checking in from the shop. Marche has come and gone. Gonna have more information on some of the projects from that before too long, but figure I'd get started working on some more content for all of you. Right now, hold on, that's terrible writing. That's better. Yeah, so, you know, getting the forge warmed up, gonna start making some stock for next big event, which we've got a few coming up. We're hoping to get into the main Ren Fair. That's going to be a lot of fun. War of the Roses is coming up. Hoping to have a bunch of new stuff on the table for that. Forge is just coming up to temp right now. So, yeah, my metal's still looking real cool. But we're gonna work on a couple of cool things. Another one of those bigger squirrel's tails, and had a lot of fun making that. Gonna do up another one of those. And then I've also gonna start working on a blade called Cortada. It's actually a blade designed by Doug Marcaida of Forge and Fire fame. Everybody knows him as the edged weapon specialist, but a lot of people don't realize he also designs combatives knives. So this is a knife that he actually designed for the Filipino Marines, and I'm looking forward to putting my take on it. It's going to be real cool. If people are wondering why I'm dropping here, it's because I'm actually stepping through a hole in our floor so I can better match up with the height of the anvil. Makes it a little easier so I don't have to crouch over it while I'm working. You know, a little relief on my poor aching back. Now, not gonna say it's a blizzard out there, but it is snowing, so tongs have been sitting out here in an unheated shop that's partially tarp. So they're cold. They'll warm up though. The question is, do I want to make another big squirrel's tail, or do I want to make a sax, like the fruit tank sax? We'll see how we'll see what comes out, how things go. Wish I knew where our old hickory hammer ran off to. Switching out hammers. Same rate, weight, roughly, slightly different configuration. I like this guy, I haven't used it in a while. Figured it was time to dust her off. Literally. And in just a couple of heat cycles, it's time to ditch the jacket. Victory is mine, and never. So I am now taking a look at my handy dandy reference book for the Portada. Doing Marquetta's personal Portada, I might add. Mine will not be this nice, but I'm going to try to get as close as I can within a reasonable time frame. This boy, meanwhile, is a blade geometry I've done dozens of times before. Lonesome rope back sacks. much more confined flame than is propane. I don't mind busting out the guns, as it were, on camera. Yeah, body by blacksmithing, baby. Don't worry, YouTube censors, the pen stays securely on this video. Alright, so I'm not really going down the pit. We'll readjust the camera slightly, or try to, so that I can talk better to you. Yeah. Anyway, heat, beat, repeat. That's the name of the game in the shop. You don't seem it because of the nature of the game, but I really am trying to improve my attention to detail as I move forward with my bladesmithing. I guess it's time for another, little history lesson with Apprentice Alex. One of the things that we take for granted in the modern day Anyway, as I was saying, one of the things we take for granted in the modern day is the ability to acquire high carbon steel easily. That was not the case in period. Even well into the Iron Age and beyond, high carbon steel was highly sought after. It was a rare commodity. It was valuable. It made better weapons and armor than any other easily available material on the planet. So in order to save this material and still have a high quality blade, they'd mix together different steels, create more of a mid-carbon variety, or they'd use a bit on the cutting edge with iron on the back, bloom steel, that would have been in the day. Also, tangs were usually not hardenable metal. The more you know. So, another thing to talk about here. There are some people who think of knife making as opposed to knife smithing, the stock removal process, as like a cheating way of doing it. It's not necessarily easier than doing it by hammer and forging it out. It is, however, less time consuming. So, take your pick. I think knife makers who never pick up a hammer are still phenomenal artists, amazing metal workers, and that the two skills you will learn, everything you learn as a knife maker will translate into being a knife smith. not necessarily everything you learn as a knife smith will translate into being a knife maker. It's the same way with learning blacksmithing versus bladesmithing originally. I started with some basic architectural stuff under Bear. And everything you learn doing blacksmithing, which is non-knife materials, will translate into bladesmithing. But not everything that you learn bladesmithing will transfer into other forms, other types of blacksmithing. I hear the train coming down the track. I've got them Folsom Prison Blues. I do love this. I love this craft. I love this art form. It really has changed my life. That profile is starting to come together. That tip I'm starting to like more and more. A little bit of fish mouthing, but that's easily fixed on the grinder. What am I doing out here in a snowstorm with no one else? Well, other people are working on other things. I think Bear's doing some finish work, maybe working on some food. Nick's, of course, always looking for stuff for his Lichtenberg and laser engraving work. You know, some days it is just me and you wonderful internet people. Borrow a Boism. Sorry, couldn't resist. So if you ever want to feel incredibly weak, this is a 1 kilogram hammer. Find something of a similar weight to this, take your hammer, hold it all the way out, and see how long you can last. I can tell you I swing this thing on the regular, and I am already feeling the fatigue, and I'm going to pussy out now. Because, to be blunt, I don't want to waste my all my arm strength on doing stupid tricks. I think it's time for another peek into our handy-dandy reference guide. So, a little something about me. I have something called aphantasia. It means I can't develop mental images. People are interested, I can do a whole video talking about that. It's really interesting. So as a way to compensate for that, when I'm doing something new, that's not just, straight up off the cuff, I keep this little handy 3-ring binder. So that I have can take some reference photos of some various projects I'm working on. The ones that are currently in this book are ones that I'm hoping to, as time goes on, to become basically signatures of mine. Plates that I can crank out like that and have in stock for just about any event in a very short amount of time. metal's getting toasty. There was a saying back when they were working on the railroads, which involved anvils. If you couldn't boil your coffee on your anvil, you weren't working hard enough. Woo! Yeah, wish I could shed another layer, but unfortunately I don't think that YouTube would like that very much if I took off what's left to take off. I could shed my skin. Man, as awesome as the death metal album covers that would be. I kind of like my skin. I mean, not enough to stop me from smithing without my shirt on, but yeah, that's how it is. So much easier during the fast forward. I mean, it takes like a quarter of the time. What?
Shirtless, get me.
Say hello to Nick, everybody.
Hello.
It's getting hot in here. How you doing? What are you up to?
Check all the fucking printing that started.
Ah, fair enough. Something cool, so you're coming and show it on the camera. Do you know where the old hickory hammer went?
So it'd be down there, over there.
I didn't see it in either place.
Oh, we made it outside.
They might have made it outside. We'll have to wait for the snow to melt. It's not like we don't have other hammers, but that's a really nice one. The joys of bladesmithing, everybody. And now it is time to abide my addiction. Don't do drugs, kids, or smart smoking or vaping or whatever. It's a terrible habit. Although I will note, it was actually in a vape store that I first met Bear. The guy who taught me everything that I know so far and continues to teach me every day I work with him, which is most days, realistically. What was that? Honestly,
fucking fell down behind the bench.
it could have fell down behind there.
I'll go down the track.
All right, thank you. Also, I want to give a shout out to, I am so sorry I forgot your name, but gentleman from Romania who contacted me about some of the information that I put out about the folks, and pointed out from a really reputable source that I was a little bit inaccurate on some of it. Like, genuinely, man, it was so cool talking to you, and I really hope that we can continue to chat and learn more, and I hope the next one that I make will be more something to what you'd expect from a historical build. Yeah, thank you. And please, people, if you have a source that contradicts something I say in terms of history, metallurgy, smithing, etc. on this channel, reach out. Let's talk about it. I love to share ideas and learn new information. I'll make sure to have a name inserted. Ah, thank you. Here's the good hammer. A name inserted for as a shout out. I'm recording on my phone, so I can't look up your name right now. But really, it's really cool talking with different people from around the world, thanks to the wonder of the internet and learning. Because a day where you learn something is not a day wasted. Yeah, anybody wants to reach out and talk shit, let me know. And again, my one rule: don't be a dick about it. Don't come in here and tell me you're wrong and then don't bring receipts. But if you have some genuine information for me that can help improve my craft, my understanding of history, I'm all ears. So there is one point that I want to get to on this little Cortana build before I shut down for the day. But once we get to that point, then we'll shut it down, and I'll just keep pounding away, and you'll see me next time. Really, I hope people have been enjoying that I've been doing with these videos, and I hope to keep doing them for a while. Trying to, think of ways to make things a little more catchy. I've got some other ideas. I now need to refilm the video that I did to talk about the faults, which is coming hopefully pretty soon. There's some sensitive information in that video that I can't talk about yet, but it's on the horizon. But I want to redo it with the new information I had, because it's really cool. Probably going to do a video talking about squirrel's tails. Videos talking about the influence that sword and sorcery and fantasy has had on me over the years. Being a giant fucking nerd. Being openly queer in a trade that's thought of as very stereotypically masculine. Raw. That's definitely on the horizon. So, also, being neurotypical. I'm on the autism spectrum, so might do some videos on that, and it's pros and cons while doing this kind of work. So it looks like things are up to heat, and we can continue working. Just so people are aware, my goal is to finish the blade profile of this before I shut down the camera. Once that happens, then, like I said, I'll just kind of do it my way. I did it my way! Rest in peace, Christopher Lee. And I guess Frank Sinatra, who wrote the song originally, but I love Christopher Lee's version. I mean, look, Sinatra was big and is a huge influence on modern music, and he certainly inspired me as a musician as well. But Christopher Lee had a much bigger personal impact on myself. That's what I'll say there. I think that's about where I want to be on that. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. More content is on the way. Hi, everybody. Apprentice Alex here, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you're interested in learning more about the details involved in the craft of bladesmithing, please check out our main channel at youtube.com/oldworldironworks. My teacher Bear already has a couple of great tutorial videos up there, which are a little older, but more is on the way. If you're interested in supporting the shop, then of course, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share the videos around. You can find us on our web store at oldworldironworks.net, or you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/oldworldironworks. Again, means the world to us. Thank you so much. Links in the description below.